Hey everybody, my name is Zudi, this is my dad, and we're starting a new show reviewing animation, movies, games,
Old
etc.
and new.
Old and new, etc. Today's review is Son of Batman. It came out in 2014. It's an animated movie. Dad, so where were your review on the movie?
Well, I thought it was a good show. Nice animation. I think it was a good story behind it. Especially being our first review, it was a good father-son coming together story. So I liked it. So not to cut you off. How did you like this show? Well, let me ask you this. We're gonna go character by character. What did you think about it? We'll do the three main characters, I think. 4 main characters, I think. And that's Alfred, Batman, the original Robin, Nightwing, and the new Robin, Damon.
I have a different list because I feel Alfred was good in it, but he didn't take a central role. I think another main character is Talia.
Okay.
And let's start off one by one. With Batman, he was, how Batman usually is. He's stoic and stuff like that. But it's also interesting to see him in this new environment, dealing with having a new son revealed to him, and then having to save the woman he loves, and going through all this in a short amount of time.
Okay. Okay, we start with Batman. I think, as usual, Batman is himself. He's the greatest to me. But
I agree.
I think this is kind of new than just going at. He got some villains in there that he fight that we didn't mention, like Croc and stuff like that. But like you said, the main story is about him, his son, and the mom. And I think Nightwing plays a big point too because he's like Batman's original son. But
I agree with you on that.
I think this is different because he can think through it, but he can't fight it. It's his son, so he's trying to build a bond with him. It's difficult for me to describe.
Going back to, I agree with you, but I want to go back to how he was going to every character.
Yeah.
I want to go to the next, main character, since I think it's his movie, Damien.
Okay.
Showing how he started this becoming Robin phase.
Yeah.
Meeting his dad, meeting his family, and dealing with this whole new situation. Having an older brother who he wants the mantle but don't want to tell him. Having to start this relationship with his father. And having to, how do I want to say this? Keep his mother still in mind. But I also think it's also him coming to terms with his grief over his grandfather's death.
So, if you were Damon, how would you feel being put in a position where, after 8 years of your life, thinking that life is about being violent and fighting, and then finding out that your father is a superhero, and he does violence, but he believes he's more of a talker first, where your grandfather is more action first. Do you think that would have pulled you in different directions because you want to meet your father, but you're holding up a fence because you know how your grandfather kind of feel about your dad?
I would be in a place where I'm confused because like you said, I got raised off this and this dictatorship where violence is the only answer. But then showing my dad how he uses violence, I would just be confused, which way do I go?
So would you put up the wall like how Damien was acting like he you see where's all your servants and all that type of stuff?
I would put up the wall, but I think Damien, it would fall over time.
Okay.
Just being around him more and more and connecting with him, it just starts to break down.
Okay. How would you feel about your mom not telling you all these years?
I would be angry, But then, like how Damien did, I would start to understand it from her perspective. And it's still my mom, and I had her for all these years. I'm still going to love her and see her in such this image.
Yeah, I understand that because you never know how she got her father beliefs, but she loves your dad, and she had to choose her dad over her love. Because you see in the day, what she called him? Beloved. Yeah. So, okay, who we say the next guy was? Or lady?
I think after...
So is Damon the most important person? Then Batman.
And now I want to add...
Talia.
I want to add Talia next to Dick, since they both play a central role, but not the biggest. Talia, I think, plays more of a central role since
she's the mom.
And she kicks it off. You know, you have these scenes in the movie where, like, you see her going through what she's going through. You know, trying to kill Deathstroke for her father. You know, trying her best to hold out, knowing that Batman coming for her, and then like get her. Spoilers, a warning. Is giving her life for her son. And with Robin, I see him coming in just to show like
just beneath her.
Because he shows the difference in Batman, like life. How like he had this one son who's like you know just so much like him, but so different, you know. And you have Damien who's really like I don't want to be like that.
You can see yourself, but you like
you
his
like
personality is kind of crazy. And see, I that's one of the main stories to me, Dick part, because I was looking at Nightwing, like he's looking at it like, hold on, like when you raised me up, you would have been way strict on me, like some of the things he's letting Damon get away with. And I mean I don't know, because you know what I'm saying, I would like to know whoever the creator, does he really feel this know like hurt, like, oh, just because this is your blood son, you're gonna be more lenient on him than me being your son that you know
you raised
but I'm not blood.
My bad about all the burping.
No, that's cool.
I agree with you, and I feel like he actually was hurt by how Batman was letting him get away with some things. But after all, you know, he came around to it.
Yeah, because I mean he understood.
And now I want to get to a character that some people might argue with me on this, but I feel Deathstroke is also a main character in this movie.
Yeah, because
it's like him against Damien.
I don't think it's more him against Damien. I think it's him hating that
Batman.
Talia loved Batman so much, and even though Ra's al Ghul don't say it, but he don't even call him Batman. He call him detective. Like he respects him so much. He wanted him to be the leader, and Deathstroke was more of a second thought. And I think, you know, he's like a scorned like boyfriend or something.
I agree.
Wow.
Because you heard how Deathstroke said like, everything was going fine. Your mother would have been mine. I would have been leading the assassins by now. You will be mine too. But then your father came along.
Yeah.
And how he constantly don't call Batman like his name. He's like, sperm donor or something like that.
Oh, well,
being disrespectful.
When he was talking to Damien about his father.
So you can see that he definitely is like angry.
Yeah,
what's the expression? Butthurt over the situation.
Yeah, he wanted Damien to be his son and Talia to be his girl, and he'd be next in line for the League of Shadows. So, okay. So, what's your favorite scene in the movie?
My favorite scene?
Yeah.
I have a couple, but.
Well, we're going to, because we ain't dealing with a lot of time, so we're going to do
my
your
favorite
top
scene,
3 scenes.
My top 3?
I mean, if you can put them in order, put them in order, but it doesn't.
I'm going to try and put this in order. Probably my most favorite scene is the end. Spoiler warning again. When Deathstroke and Damien clash for the final time.
We came out 8 years ago. These people haven't seen it yet. I mean,
what if you just turned, like, you're young, like, you just turned 8 or something, and you wanted to go HBO
right. I apologize, but go ahead.
And that fight, I found, like, it was awesome, and it was, like, the rest of the film built up to it, like, from their first duel. Like, Damien, you know, like, blood shooting everywhere, getting stabbed, pouring that, hot, what was that, Lazarus pit?
Yeah.
On Deathstroke, burning his suit away, stabbing him in the eye, like, it was really like, you know, an all-out fight.
Yeah, it was bloody too. What is it? Is it rated R?
No, this is PG-13.
Oh, but
And my bad, they cut you off.
No, they put all that in the cartoon. But go ahead.
Yeah, this is where they start changing that. I also noticed how like it was all supposed to be different to beginning again. Where like he tried to kill Deathstroke at the beginning. Now he's like, I'm my own person. I'm Robin.
Yeah.
And I'm Batman's son. And Deathstroke couldn't accept it.
Yeah, because that's another part I like that I knew. That's probably one of my favorite scenes. What you talking about? But just when Deathstroke, when he say you're Ra's al Ghul's grandson.
I would do it.
Yeah, kill me. And he's like, but you also got to remember I'm my father's son, and he let him live. So even though he's still rough around the edges, he let you know that he loved his dad, and his dad's opinion weighs heavily on him.
My second favorite fight scene is the fight scene I was talking about in the last one, beginning. The attack on the League of Assassins base.
Oh, okay,
Deathstroke coming in with his missiles and his copper, his guns, just taking them by surprise.
Yeah.
It's a very, like, brutal scene.
Yeah, I like Damon in that scene because he's
and the
crazy.
reason, like you said, I like Damon because also it shows compare to where he was at the beginning of the film. He started off like this thirsty assassin would kill without hesitation. How he picked up the gun and just started shooting immediately.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the film, you see he easily could have did that, but he was being less lethal.
The only thing, see that first thing that you're saying, I like that he just picked the gun up and started shooting. They attacking my family. I gotta protect my family at all costs. I mean, I know this is not gonna go good over the channel. I apologize, but I mean, this is my family.
I don't disagree with you on both things. I think this would be great for the channel. But I don't disagree with you. I agree with that's my family. I need to go. But still, I think it was their way of showing the change.
Okay, all in all, would you rate this movie?
I didn't even get to my final scene.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead, because I know I don't want to hold the people for too long.
I'll make this quick then. I just love the scene where Batman fights Killer Croc. I just find it fun.
Which one, when he ripped his tail off? Or
no, when he first meets him and it just shows
when
Batman's
he's still in the steroids and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just find it very funny and cool.
Okay. Well,
back to what you said, rating this movie. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's a good starting point.
Yeah, I like it a lot, and I'm a little biased with Batman stuff, period, especially when he coming out on top. So yeah, about an 8. I give it an 8.
I don't disagree with you. Well, guys, this is all for this video. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and post in the comments what y'all next movie want to be.
Yeah, thank you. See you soon.
Goodbye.